Hey, I'm Bryce. I'm the owner and founder of UTKilts, and in this video I want to show you kind of a quick and simple way of how to find a tartan that is connected to you, typically some sort of clan tartan that you have connection to in your family history. Now, this is one of the biggest questions I get asked. Is someone will tell me a name and then they'll want me to tell them the exact tartan they should get. And the problem is most names, not all, but well, a lot, don't actually have their own tartan, or typically associated with some of the bigger clans. So what I'm going to show you today in this video is a quick and easy way to find out which specific tartans you may have connection to. And that's always enjoyable when you're buying your tartan and your kilts, is to have some sort of connection to what you're wearing. And most people do want that, and not in all their kilts, but in some of their kilts they do want to have some family connection there. And what you'll see as we go through this, I was doing this just kind of randomly the other day just to prepare for this, and I found some that I had no idea that I was connected to as I was going through this. So let's go ahead and head to my computer, head to my office, and we will take a look and see how easy it is to find out which tartan or tartans and clans you happen to be related to. All right, so let's jump right into this. Now, for this to work, you do have to have a family tree of your family history. So I'm going to be on a place called FamilySearch.org. It's a nonprofit. It's free. For those of you that got my email about Roots Tech, they're the ones that do the Roots Tech conference here that's near my house in Salt Lake City. So it's a really great resource, and it's free. Anyone can get on, and they give you lots of great resources on how to start your genealogy if you don't have anything done yet. I have a lot done, so we're going to use mine as kind of an example what to do. But this is a quick and simple way, assuming you've got your family history done. If you don't, then it's a great time. Doing family history is awesome. It's really fun just to see who you're connected to. And Family Search gives you lots of free resources to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this window, and I'm going to go to my my one that I'm starting with. So I'm going to start past my great-grandparents, so my great-great-grandparents, and I'm on my my mother's side and then her mom's side. Okay, and as we're going through here, what I have is I usually have like some sort of notepad or something to write down the names that I come up with. Okay, so you want to be able to make notes of the ones you are interested in, or the ones that you want to check on. So if you look here, there's quite a few here. Now I can, because I sell kilts, obviously, and I deal with tartans all the time, I recognize names. For example, Campbell here is one that is a really common tartan that you can get. Bell is also another one that you can get. So let's go just a little further back. And so I'll make note of the Bell and the Campbell. And I'm going to come up here, and we've got these load up, and we're going to go through these ones. So now I'm just kind of following the mother's line here. Now there's more Campbells, of course. An interesting one that comes up here is Davis. Now I do know that Davis is a sept of a specific clan. So I know that because I've looked it up for people. People ask. So as you go through these, you just want to make note of a lot of these ones that you see. Booth, Garwood, Bell, whatever it happens to be. And you can go as far as you want. I was doing this the other day, and I was going through here, and there's Davies, which is another one that I know is connected to a large Scottish clan. Here's one. Obviously, anything with a Mac name, you're probably going to get connected. So MacCullough is here. Another one here is Moore. I am actually familiar with that one as well. So, and then you can keep going through as many as you would like. So for the purpose of our conversation, we're going to stop there. And we're just going to have just a few of those names that I've written down that I've pointed out here. So once you have the names from whether it's Family Search or Ancestry.com or wherever it is that you're finding your last names from, your grandmother's pedigree chart that she did, 80 years ago, let's say, and it's all written out, that works too. That's perfectly fine. you know you're related and you're connected to these people. So then we go to a place that's called the Council of Scottish Clans and Associations. I really like this place. It's free. And they have a good explanation of clans and all the different societies, the history of it, everything here. So what we do once we're here, and they have a really awesome map. I'll just click on this. Is not really part of what we're doing, but this is a really cool map where you can see the Scottish clans of Scotland and where they approximately believed that they were. So I found that quite fascinating. Anyway, so we go back to here. We want to find clan. And again, I'll have all this information, links in the description. So if we go, we just search surnames. Now, they don't have a type-in search, which is unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So one of the ones that I had written down was Jensen. So if I go into J, and I go here, if you notice, there actually isn't a Jensen. Now, that probably means there's no Scottish relation there. It's come from somewhere else, and that's fine. So if there's nothing there, then I just move on to my next one. Go to the search the clans, and then I'm going to click on one of the ones that I know is not a clan, but is a sept. So I'm going to go to Davies or Davis. So I'm going to scroll down here, and there, if you notice, there is Davis right here. And Davis, which I knew is part of the Davidson clan, which of course makes sense. And then you can keep looking all the way through here. Now, I don't see Davies in here, and I was always under the assumption Davies was part of the Davidson as well, but I could be wrong. Anyways, but we did find that one. So moving back up here, go back to find my clan. Another one I want to show you is the Moore, M-O-O-R-E clan. And so this one, obviously when you're in the M's, you're going to find, look at all these, there's a lot. So to get to the O's, you really got to scroll. But as you go through here, we go to the O's, and then we're getting pretty close for the I's. Here we are. All right, so we want to go M-O-O just a little farther, M-O-O-R-E. And if you notice, on this one, it's connected to Leslie, Gordon, Paisley, Boyd. Muir is the one I'm familiar with that it's connected with. And when you look up, a lot of times that will be, and Campbell. Now, if you want to know specifically how they're looking, that is, what you would do is you'd go to each of these clan websites and you just search up Campbell Clan Society or whatever, and you'll find most of them have them. And you can find their clan website, and usually they'll have a lot of history and things that you can learn about, and it'll tell you sometimes, not always, but sometimes why they're connected. Anyway, so there's more. So if we go all the way back up, and now I want to search one that's more, that is a large clan. So I'll do Campbell, because I know that one is an easy one to find. So Campbell is connected here, obviously, to Campbell, and it also has it as Gregor. So again, I don't know if that's McGregor or a different Gregor. I don't know the history of every name, but it's kind of interesting. So you'll see, and you can go through all your whole list. And this is kind of time consuming, but once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. So when you go through your list, you make note as you're going, oh, this is this clan, this is this clan. So you've got your list of tartans that you want, right? So we know we've got the Campbell, and I've got my list here. I know I've got the Davidson and the Muir, which is obviously Moore was related to several of them, and MacCullough and a few others. So once you have that, then you can go over to UTKilts.com and you click on the accessories right here. And I'm sorry, not the accessories. We go to kilts, and you go to special order kilts and tartans. Now, basically for what you're going to be doing, you're going to be looking at two different ones. You're going to be looking at the premium, and I do have some acrylic if you're interested in that. Either the premium 100% wool or the standard 100% wool. The only difference is how much fabric and the number of buckles and straps. So they use the same fabric. So the other ones are also the Made in Scotland ones, which we'll get to in just a second. So when you go here, you click on your options. Now you've got your 16 ounce. You can go through each one, or if I want, I can just search. And if I type in Campbell, there's the Campbell Ancient and Campbell of Argyle Ancient. Okay. Or if I wanted the Davidson, there's the Davidson. Now, if I wanted the Muir, you notice it's not listed in here. We only have about 150 tartans that you can get here. So it's going to be limited. Some of the major clans we have, not all, but most. And so some of the other ones, like Muir as an example, we just don't have. Now, that doesn't mean you can't get one. You can, but you'll have to go through our Made in Scotland section. So once you choose the tartan you want, you say we're going to go through Davies, and it'll come up here, and then you just fill it in. Do your measurements. Be sure to watch the video on the sizing that's in here, and yeah, and then that's it. And apparently the video is not showing up here, but I will make sure it's on there, so you don't have to worry about that. And there's the sizing video, obviously, on this one. So if you can't find it, then we can go to our Made in Scotland. Now, the Made in Scotland one is nice because it has lots of options, but obviously the downfall is a bit more expensive. Now, these are super nice kilts. I really like them. And you can check out my video I made on comparing the two. Comparing this one and my premium one that I just showed you, and that's on our YouTube channel, so you can check those out there. But anyways, you come here, and obviously let's go back to the ones we originally looked. So if we look up Campbell, you can see, look at all the different Campbells we have. We have the dress versions, you've got the weathered, you've got the Argyle, the Campbell of Cawdorn, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Argyle, again, a Loudon. Now, to figure out exactly which one you are related to, you would have to do some family history, and you'd have to get specific into where the Campbell is that you're coming from. Anyways, so that's not something we're doing here. If we went back to, again, Davidson, you can see there's a few more options here of different Davidsons. And then if I did the Muir, there's the Muir one. And so you'll find a lot of your more, I don't want to call them obscure, but the ones that are more difficult to find. And there's just a lot of them. I mean, there's literally tens of thousands of tartans, and the largest mill in Scotland will weave maybe 600 of them. And I think that's Loch Carron. And some of the other ones, like House of Edgar, I think they have 400 or 500. So I'd have to count. I'm not exactly sure how many, but right around there. So you're kind of limited. So that's where you go. And once you do that, you just choose which one you want. And then you go ahead and go through the whole thing, and it has all the information that you will need. Now, one thing that I will note is if you go in here and you type in, you know, missing tartan, I can't find my tartan, insert your tartan here you can't find, can we still get it? Yes. Well, possibly. It depends. Not all tartans are available. We can always do custom orders, but they're expensive. Instead of paying, if you notice here, the price of an 8-yard is $399.50. If we were to do a custom, if we had to custom this Muir Ancient as an example, it would probably triple the price. So you're in the $1,200 range. So it can get expensive. But that's it. That's all you have to do. You just basically do your family history, get into your family history, look up your names here on the Find My Clan area, and then go and decide. I mean, if you have one that's in all of these, you can decide which one you want. Or if you need to, we do have these really great priced options if you have to get one in for the Made in Scotland ones, which again are super nice kilts. So if you ever have any questions, excuse me, if you have questions, concerns, you can always reach out to me right here on the website. I've got my little chat button here. If I'm not around, you can send me a message, or you can chat with me, or send an email directly to Bryce at UTKilts.com. That's Bryce with an I at UTKilts.com. Also, don't forget to put in the comment section your favorite tartan, or your clan tartan, or just the one that you like the most, that you wear the most.